Welcome back, folks. It's a wonderful Monday evening. I'm Josephine Sage. Let's jump right into the forecast. Right now, as we take a look at these weather headlines, we're going to notice we've got temperatures around those seasonal averages, but it is turning into fall, so those temperatures are going to slowly start to decrease, and we might even be hanging out in those 70s. We're going to have moisture levels elevated as we get into the middle of the work week for the Grand Valley, so there is those possible chances for showers through the middle of the work week. So speaking of that, this is that overall setup. We've got a lot of this flow through that panhandle area and through that Four Corners region with this upper level system track. So moisture plus this weak mid-level system is going to increase those rain chances, especially in those southern areas. Alamosa, Durango, even closer to Gunnison and Telluride could be receiving those showers through Tuesday, Wednesday, and possibly into Thursday. As we take a look a little bit more nationally, this high pressure system is still kind of centering itself over Colorado, but this cold front is going to push a lot of that, action, is what I'd like to call it, through those northern mountains. And come Wednesday evening, there's that chance for all of that to move on through those northern Rockies. So those higher elevation regions, I was chatting about it last week, I'll continue to chat about it this week, over 14,000 feet over that tree line has that chance for that snow. And those mountain passes, especially getting close to that sub-freezing range during those evening hours, have a chance to make those roads a little bit on that slushy side of things. Now, also, we'll take a look here that this is that southerly flow, or excuse me, that flow a little bit to the south of us that I was just chatting about through that Four Corners region, and this low pressure trough is going to start to make its way on in, which is where that action I was just chatting about is going to start moving over those northern Rockies. So as we get into Thursday, those temperatures are going to take just a little bit of a drop associated with this low pressure trough that's moving on in. And our total snow cover, I just mentioned some snow. We'll notice over that Aspen, over that Vail, and especially over that Telluride, and even closer to that Gunnison area, we do have that snow cover on some of those areas, up to just about 1/4 of an inch in some of those highest regions. So that snow is just around the corner, folks. I know it's still September, but try and remember that snow safety if you're headed into those mountainous areas, and make sure you have those chains because chain loss season is just around the corner. And as we also kind of take a look at what we're looking at in terms of those highs from earlier, 80 degrees in Grand Junction, 75 in Montrose, even with those cloudy skies, and we're actually going to stay a little bit warmer this evening because that cloud cover will continue to hang out with us. Now, our almanac will show us we're right around those seasonal averages, 80 instead of that typical 81, that low end 54 instead of 52. Tonight, we're going to stay in those mid-50s in Grand Junction at 54 and 47 in Montrose. And our dog walking forecast will show us we're peaking tomorrow at just about those upper 70s during those afternoon hours with that elevated cloud coverage. Tomorrow, 83 is what we have that slight chance to get up to in terms of those highs, and 76 in Montrose. That pollen forecast hasn't really shifted too much. We're looking at low trees, low grasses, excessive amount of weeds, and some moderate mold hanging on out. And fall, folks, it's just 5 days away. It's this upcoming Saturday as we take a look at that extended forecast. That first day of fall is going to be feeling in those mid-70s, and like I said, those temperatures are going to start to decrease as we get into that autumn season. Montrose just a few degrees cooler, of course, hanging on out in those 70s and 60s, but folks, prep for warmer temperatures and that possible chance of rain through the middle of the work week.